everyone, and today we got another character trial for you. And today's character trial is Luocha. He is a imaginary character that carries a coffin with him at all times. I don't know why he has a coffin with him. They haven't explained that yet. I don't know, but he has a coffin. So he's all about healing, and he's on the path of the abundance. So let's start his trial. I don't have his video. I missed the time at the time I was just started doing these for just to do these. But this is Luocha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but he is a healer. He is an attack-based healer where he puts out a field and then you attack, you gain HP from it. He triggers it like once or twice. Also, he has a way to automatically heal people when they get close to dead. And yeah, he's one of the top healers. If you want him, go for him. Seems like a pretty cool dude. And he's imaginary. There's not a lot of imaginary characters. They're mostly all dudes except one female imaginary character in the game. So you have, yeah, that's basically it. It's going to be Don Hong, inhibitor. Luwen is imaginary. Luocha's imaginary. Then you have Yukong is imaginary. And then you have Dr. Ratio, he's imaginary. So, and then you have Welt. So those are the 5 characters that are imaginary, and there's only one female out of all of them. So, but yeah, that's what he does. If you hit here, I actually didn't read that one part, but that's fine. We can hold tab, go down here. We're going to read what everything else does. This is what he looks like. Let's take a look at his abilities, his basic attack. He deals imaginary damage equal to 90% of his attack to a single enemy. His skill, after using his skill, he immediately restores the target ally HP equal to 56% of Luocha's attack. So all of his stuff is based off attack, plus 710. Meanwhile, he gains 1 stack of the Abyss Flower when an ally's HP percentage drops to 50% or lower. An effect equivalent to Luocha's skill will be immediately be triggered. Apply this to an ally for 1 time without consuming skill points. This effect can be triggered again after 2 turns. So after 2 turns elapse, you'll be able to do this again and stuff like that. So if someone's about to die, he just does this with his hand and then he heals them because he has like a little dangling necklace here. Cleansing Revival. When the skill effect is triggered, he removes 1 debuff from the target ally, which is really good. He removes debuffs. Ultimate. He can remove debuffs from all enemies. Actually, he doesn't remove debuffs. He removes buffs from all enemies, and deals all enemies imaginary damage equal to 180% of Luocha's attack. At the same time, Luocha gains 1 stack of the Abyss Flower. So if you want an Abyss Flower, use his skill. If you want an Abyss Flower, use his ultimate, while also removing buffs. He is a debuffer that is Pela and Luca. Those are the 2 characters that do debuffs to enemies, and he does them also, which is really cool. His talent. When Abyss Flower reaches 2 stacks, Luocha consumes all stacks of Abyss Flower to deploys a field against the enemy. When the enemy in the field is attacked by an ally, the attacking ally's HP is immediately restored by an amount equal to 16.8% of Luocha's attack, plus 213. The field effect lasts for 2 turns, and when Luocha is knocked down, the field will be dispelled. You have Sanctify. When the enemy in the field is attacked by an ally, all allies except the attacker restores HP equal to 7% of Luocha's attack plus 93, and the chance to resist crowd control debuffs increased by 70%. So any debuff he gets hit, he just resists them by 70%. So he has a 70% effect resistance automatically added to him, which is pretty cool. But here is another cool thing. I just thought of this just now while making this video, is you do a team where it's all field-based stuff. So that be, you have Luocha, he puts out a field. You have Ron May, she puts out a field. then there should be like if they put out two more characters that put out field stuff, you can build an entire team that has nothing but fields on the battlefield. And it's pretty funny. They just put out fields to do stuff. It's funny. Um, Technique. After the technique is used, the talent will immediately trigger at the start of the next battle. So that's basically it. So this is Luocha. There's not much to read. I thought they were going to put him in Penacony, but no, they did not. Oh, these are his stats, so you can see what they are. And see what the developers think of what armor. So this is Light Cone. They go on his signature Light Cone. Increase the wearer's attack by 24% after the wearer uses an attack for each different enemy target the wearer hits. Regenerates 3 energy. Each attack can regenerate energy up to 3 times this way. After the wearer uses their ultimate, all allies gain 12 speed for 1 turn. This is really good. This is a really good light cone for Luocha. Or Gallagher. You can put this on Gallagher, and it probably work really well. He won't get that extra break effect that he needs, but you do get to boost his attack, and then you get to regenerate 3 energy, because if you get a certain amount of things for him, or you do his ultimate, he gets an extra turn. So if you were able to do his ultimate again, that's another extra turn, and then do it again, that's another extra turn. You can get almost, I don't know. I'm speculating here, so let's continue on before I can carry on. This is where his stats are at 8. They're at 8. They're not at max. They're at 8. So you can see there. You can see what his extra traces are. These are the abilities here that he gives for himself. And then these are the relics. So one with Natasha's armor, basically. So they get 1 extra skill point at the start of battle. You know, you could just use this for 4 characters to get 4 extra skill points if you use 4... Well, if you're using all 4 characters. But it's going to be considered, like... So you start with 3 if you got 2 characters wearing these. That's 2 extra skill points, so you have up to 5. But it's whatevers. Then let's take a look at his Eidolons, because the Eidolons do changes everything. While the field is active, attack of all allies increased by 20%. That's really good. That's more like a buff that just gives out 20% damage. When his skill is triggered, if target ally's HP is lower than 50%, Luocha's outgoing healing increases by 30%. If the target ally's HP is at 50%, or higher, the ally receives a shield that can absorb damage equal to 18% of Luocha's attack plus 240%, lasting for 2 turns. So he also gives out preservation skills as an abundance user. This is really good if you can get him to E2. So if you get him to E2, this works really well. Survives Surveilled by the Fool. It's mostly like everybody else that has the same 2 stuff. But his E4, when Luocha's field is active, enemies become weakened and deal 12% less damage. So now you're just doing more damage at E4. Then this is it. And then his E6, when the ultimate is used, there's a 100% fixed chance to reduce all enemies all type resistant by 20% for 2 turns. This is busted. Now picture this with any other character that reduces all type res by 20%. That'd be Ron May. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. So Luocha is a really good healer. So this is Serval. This is her light cones. This is her things, relics, and Eidolons. And then we got Dan Hong there, relics, and the Eidolons. Alright, let's do the fight.
Let's win.
That is his...
Let's win.
This thing. This is how he runs. This is how he pokes. He's using a rapier. That's a rapier, if you want to know what that is. Man, if this is only Dark Souls, but this ain't Dark Souls. And then we put on the weakness. We've already read all this.
That which is seized must be repaid.
Oh no, Dan Hong! Oh no, Serval! Oh no, Dan Hong!
This flower bloom.
Don't worry about me.
Oh, you see? You see? He has this buff now. His buff We can click here. We can see what they look like up close. So this way he looks like there. Survive. So we're going to do his ultimate.
Eternal sleep is not the end.
He removed these buffs, but he's also attacking, so he's also going to remove the barriers. We're going to do his skill.
This song's just for you.
Skill.
Time to settle your accounts.
We're going to just do the basic attack because no one needs heal. And he died. That was pretty fast.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
We're going to do that. Do her skill.
Allow me to see you.
We can do her ultimate since you're all lightning users. And then we'll just do a basic hope. And that's it. There's Luocha's battle. So if you do like this video, like and subscribe. If you want to say anything else, this video is for here, for people up here, for watching. So thank you guys for checking out today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.